Hello there, and welcome to this week's broadcast. I am Ann LaFollette, and if you are new here, I am a surface pattern designer and an online educator. And I am here to talk to you this week about my free From Doodles to Dollars mini course. It starts on Monday, and so I wanted to jump on and devote one of these episodes to talking about it because I only offer it a couple times a year, and I would love for you to join me. So let me just tell you what it's about. So I had a corporate career for 25 years and I got laid off. I had to completely reinvent myself, and I discovered this industry that is the best kept secret that's called surface pattern design. But what it essentially means is you can take your sketches and your doodles and learn within Adobe Illustrator, with the magic of Adobe Illustrator, you can learn how to turn them into repeating patterns. And once you have a repeating pattern, you can become, if you create an entire portfolio, you can become a licensed designer, you can sell your work yourself on your website, you can turn it into custom fabric, you can turn it into wrapping paper and wallpaper and pretty much any product you can think of that will look prettier with the actual pattern on it is why it's called surface pattern design. And it's a gigantic industry, and as I mentioned, it's still really the best kept secret. So I discovered it about 3 years ago and fell completely in love with it. Not only did I fell in love with it for a bunch of reasons. One is because I didn't realize I actually had all this creativity. I had a box of art supplies in my basement, but I was a dedicated corporate employee and I worked 24/7 to support the company. And then I got laid off and I had to figure out something else because I was in my late 50s and it was really hard for me to get, it was in fact impossible for me to get another corporate job. I tried and I failed. And so I decided to pivot and to explore my creativity with the support of my family. Thank goodness, I'm so blessed. And I discovered surface pattern design. And I make money at it in a variety of different ways, including teaching. And I love to teach it through this free mini course called From Doodles to Dollars. So what do you get if you enroll? It starts on May 4th, and you get 4 video trainings. And those video trainings get delivered to you via email. So you have to make sure when you enroll that you actually open my emails, that you read them, and that you click on the goodies that are inside them. And always, always, always check your spam folder or your junk folder to make sure that they haven't landed in there. Move them over into your primary folder because I don't want you to miss anything. In addition to the video trainings, I provide you for all 4 lessons with a downloadable cheat sheet. And so these downloadable cheat sheets are the written instructions for what I cover in the video. And the reason that these are super, super important is because you can print them out, and then as you watch the video, you can also follow along on the, with the written instructions, and everybody learns differently. Some people love to learn by watching videos and stopping them and then doing what's being instructed on the video and then starting the video again and also watching them multiple times, which is one of the huge advantages of online learning, is being able to watch the videos as many times as you need until you kind of get it. But a lot of people still really, really love to print stuff out and follow along and take notes and like to learn that way, or learn better that way, or learn best that way. And then finally, there'll also be Q&As, live Q&As with me, because when you enroll, you join a private Facebook group that's called Ann's Art Club, and I will be live there every other day. After you get a video on one day, and then I'm live the next day to answer your questions. Then you get a video, and then I'm live the next day to answer your questions. And I also give you homework assignments. So this is not a high-level sort of strategy, let me tell you what surface pattern design is all about. This is actually teaching you the skill of taking a doodle or a sketch, bringing it into Adobe Illustrator, and me showing you step by step by step how to turn it into a repeating pattern that you can then sell on custom fabric, as wallpaper, wrapping paper, and pretty much any product that would look really pretty with a design on it. And the reason that I want to mention that is because the community is also a very, very important component of this. You do your homework and I show you how to post it in the Facebook group so that we can all encourage each other and support each other and be incredibly, incredibly inspired and motivated by the work that we see everyone doing together. And those are really the 4 major components that make this a really, really amazing experience. And as I mentioned, I only do it a couple times of the year. I know we're in this crazy COVID situation, but I didn't want to postpone it. I figured, no, I hope that you have time for it and that this will provide you with some relief, and it will teach you a very valuable skill that you can then take, because the sky is the limit once you know how to do it. So let me take a quick look at my notes to make sure I didn't forget anything else. I mentioned the videos, I mentioned the downloadable cheat sheets, I mentioned the fact that you get Q&As with me, I also mentioned the fact that there's an incredible community full of creatives that are going to be doing this alongside you, and that you have to enroll because part of what you get comes to you via email. So what I would also want to mention to you is that a lot of times people get all excited about the stuff, and they actually miss how important the learning experience is, and the community that you're joining, and the support that you're going to get, and the ability to actually connect with others, which is more and more important as we continue to be, as I like to call it, artists in residence during this crazy time in which we live. So I will leave you with that. Remember, you got to click the link in the description below this video in order to grab your spot. It starts on Monday, May 4th, and I hope to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button and also the little bell so that you're reminded when I have another broadcast. Please share this with your friends. Share the link with your friends. I would love to have as many people as possible joining me for this amazing mini course. I love to teach it, and you are going to have a great time learning in it. And I always like to say in closing that I am Ann Follett, and it's never too late to create. Bye for now, and I will see you next week.